Hey guys, welcome back to Legomaster627's Creations. Today it is August 15th, 2025. I do apologize, this was supposed to come out on August 13th. However, I didn't have any time to make it that day because I was at work that day. So yeah. Anyway, we're here now. Also, another thing, I do apologize because we didn't take a cat in the last episode. So let's make that up by taking 2 of them today. Alright, so who's going to be the first one out of 2? First one is, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I said I only wanted 2, not 5. Our event remake today is specifically in one area of the village. Which area to be exact? That would be the plaza, of all places. Now, as you can clearly notice, everybody is already here. But as you can see, we have a huge portal in front of us, and it says, Enter Lego's mind. Sound familiar? A few years ago in 2022, there was an event called Operation Memory where we specifically explored Rose Crystal's mind. And well, while we were in there, I said this.
Yo, what if we do Operation Memory based off of me? Oh, we're doing that next year. Oh, I'm calling it.
Wow. Apparently, I completely forgot we already did this 10 years ago. No, like, seriously, I completely forgot we, did this technically 10 years ago with the Sand Village. So basically, me saying that in that footage basically made me entirely forget that this event even happened. So, yeah, no, apparently this is a fact. So apparently there was one after all. First of all, we have the Mind Helmet. Let's pick it up. And that is how it looks. We won't be able to take any of the cats into the portal with us today, and that is because they will obviously get sucked in. Obviously, we're going to go into Spectator and officially go down the ladder, because as you may realize, here we are. Look at this nonsense. Yeah, we're in for something today, aren't we? Because as you might realize, yeah, this is basically Operation Memory again. But this time based off of me. Except it's not really as in-depth like that one. Because, like all these other Sand Village remakes, I have to literally remember everything from memory. And sadly, I only could remember just a handful of this event, sadly. So, yeah. This might not take long to get through because of that. But I can confirm that there are some items. Heading on in here, it looks like this. Hold on, that's more like it. Why the heck was it not there earlier? Anyway, look at this. This is the old village, which of course is technically referencing the 2014 village that was built a few years back. And it's also literally right next to this village in this world. But yeah, no, this is basically just a little recreation of this little village here. So we got like the lodge, the workplace, the hotel, the tour sign, my house, and the campsite. Look at all of that. And it obviously says the old village, considering, you know, it was the village that came before the Sand Village. However, I should mention that there actually is a free item in here. Specifically here. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even put it here. The item is created. I forgot to put it here. That's more like it. The old village memory banner. So this is obviously based off of course, the village here, which is obviously a banner based off of the memory of this specific village. So that is super cool. Now, just for the record, there are no more items in this room. However, I can take you through the remainder of this, which are just little replicas of every single building in this village, as you can see, which is super cool. Now, if we head on over to the other side, we are presented with this. What if this village gets lost like the old one? And this is obviously a reference to the fact that the old 2014 village was lost, and then I had to replace it with the Sand Village. Of course, this was a prediction 10 years ago. And well, what do you know? Over a month later, I actually would be right. Because on September 23rd, 2015, the Sand Village unfortunately was lost due to my old computer crashing. So technically, I can now confirm 10 years later this theory is correct. However, obviously, as you can see, this is a full-on replica of the exact Sand Village. And one of these many doors holds our second and last item. In that particular case, we're going to search all across these places until we find the said item. As you can see, these are all based off of the lodge, workplace, hotel, coffee shop, dance club, clothes shop, pet shop, the feeder, and there's the item! The Lost Village Fear Banner. And lastly, the restaurant right there. The reason it's called the Lost Village Fear Banner, or more importantly, technically speaking, the Sand Village Fear Banner, as specifically stated right here, was an obvious reference to the fact that this was a potential prediction / fear of mine that the Sand Village could potentially suffer the same fate as the 2014 village. Although if I'm being personally honest, I think the only reason I abandoned this village was mainly just because I wanted to just have a much bigger village, which then of course became the Sand Village. What I didn't realize was that later on, this village would eventually unfortunately corrupt itself because of a PC crash, which can explain this banner right here. So, as you can see, that is basically the entire event. I know, it's a bit small, but it is a very nice little remake regardless of all of this. So, with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Legomaster627's Creations. The next episode is going to be on August 18th, and that is going to mainly be for another creation. Just for the record, the next Sand Village remake is going to be on Wednesday, September 3rd, and unlike this one, I am hoping to have that up on the right day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.